Hello, algebraites. I was asked a question about writing an answer in standard form. Why do we have this? The reason why we have a standard form is so that that your answer would match my answer. Because all of these are polynomials, and this is true, but when we write it in one particular form, then we all match. So we're going to see that no matter what, when we add or subtract, and on the next assignment when we're multiplying too. So let's just take a look at number 27 here, standard form. The key thing about standard form is that we start with the highest exponent. For example, we might start with x cubed, then go down to x squared, then x1, and then x0, which is technically a constant. So let's see, what's the highest exponent here? Well, the highest exponent I see is a square. So I see two of them. So that means I'm going to start by adding those together. So I get 5x squared. Next, what's my next highest exponent? I see an x to the 1, another x to the 1 with a negative 4x to the 1, and a negative 5x to the 1. So when I add these together, this is negative 9 plus a 3 is a negative 6. So I'm just going to write that, negative 6x. And this is standard form. So start by looking at the highest exponents, combining them, and write that first. And then go subsequently lower. You might even have one more. Maybe there was a constant here. But this one is where this one stops. And if we were to answer or name this, this would be a quadratic binomial, or this is standard form. So that works. That's what standard form is. Same thing goes on down here. Let's attack number 33. I'm not sure if that's one of your questions. But the first thing I want to do is take the opposite of everything to the right, like so. And then I want to start combining, starting with the highest exponent. I have a 5y squared minus a 1y squared. So that gives me a 4y squared. So now let me look at the linear terms, the y to the 1. I have a negative 2y and a negative 1y. So that gives me a negative 3y. And lastly, I'm going to look at my constant, the number that has no variable. So I have a 1 minus a 3. So here we get a negative 2. So this is my answer, and it is in standard form. While we're here, let me go ahead and look at something for the next one. So on some other questions you're going to have would be multiplying. So, and write those in standard form. So let me just write out some random problem. 3x plus 4 times x minus 5. And clearly we see that this one is a multiplication problem, and we always are going to write our answers in standard form. So the first thing I'm going to do is multiply these ones here. 3x times x is 3x squared. Now I distribute the 3x all the way to the next term as well, so we get a negative 15x. And now I do the second term. The positive 4 distributes to that x, so it's a positive 4x. And lastly, the positive 4 distributes to that negative 5, and we end up with a negative 20. So notice, now we're back at the problem like over here, where we have to combine our like terms. Well, I don't see any other square terms, any other quadratics, so I only need to bring down the 3x squared. Nothing else. Well, I do see that this is a linear term, and this one's a linear term, because they both have x to the power of 1. So we end up with this one to be a negative 11x. Why? Because negative 15 plus 4 is negative 11. Or another way to say it is 15 minus 4, but keep the larger sign. And then the negative 20 is a constant, and it combines with nothing else. So here is this product written in standard form. I hope that helps.